The book of Job, found in the Wisdoms in the Old Testament, is one that I find incredibly interesting and feel that really puts a nail in the coffin in the ideas of the nature of God. Many religious people, many Christians will believe that God is either just or going so far as saying he's omnibenevolent, meaning, he is good either to the good or good to everyone. And we expect to see these things. And the story of Job is he is an incredibly religious man. He is said to be the best man in the East. He prays and worships and acts exactly as God wants the man to do, and there's no reason to suspect otherwise. He is, in all intents and purposes, the perfect follower of God. But the Satan, which is where Satan comes from, who is treated as sort of a divine adversary to God, comes through and says, well, wait a minute, what if this man is just doing this to get good from you? What if he is, not so much faithful, just using the system to get the benefits, to reap whatever God may offer. And then God listens to him, the Satan, saying this, and then permits ultimate pain and suffering on Job. Absolutely undeserved, that God recognizes as undeserved. It's not so much a punishment as something he just gives him. Job loses everything. He loses his entire farm. He has his children killed. So God really went in on this one. He took everything from Job. And then he comes and speaks to Job, only to justify what he's done by saying, God has to permit evil for reasons beyond our understanding. Oh, and you didn't deserve this because I know that you are, a follower of mine and you are good of heart. And then Job goes on and continues his life as a good, God-fearing person. And I mean, why wouldn't you fear God if he literally killed your children for no apparent reason other than to prove a point? But was he trying to prove the point? Well, if you also believe that God is not just, some form of just, he is also, all-knowing, then isn't he not going to know our motives? Isn't he not going to understand and see through prayer and propriety just for benefit? And I was able to find just 4 in about 10 minutes, and I'm sure there are dozens more but bits of the Bible that sort to insinuate that God knows our motives and our intentions and would be able to see through false propriety. There's Matthew 6:1, James 4:3, Proverbs 15:11, 1 Corinthians 4:5. That was just in a few minutes. So, to me, this book really shows that the nature of God is nothing just, is nothing benevolent. It is no omnibenevolent God would permit such unnecessary torture to prove a point through something he seems to know. This is masochistic. This is, and I hasten to use the word, evil. This is evil on the behalf of God to prove a point to an adversary that he knows. God knew, if he was, as he is believed to be and as he is depicted to be, all-knowing, he knew that there was no reason to put Job through these tests. He knew that this was unnecessary, yet he allows it, yet he gives the Satan permission to permit ultimate suffering. And then you go on to say, well, later on in the story, God gives back 2 times what Job had. But God specifies that that's not a reward. Just as this wasn't a punishment, that is not a reward, that is just what God permits. And I mean, give me back double the amount of sheep I had before. Give me back the house you burnt down. But they killed his children. They're not coming back in any shape or form. If you killed 4 children and then gave me 8, that's not the same. So yes, I see the Book of Job as an incredibly fascinating piece of biblical literature, but also one that just proves that this belief in a just and omnibenevolent God is not something found in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, God is evil. And he is someone inflicting this unnecessary, this ultimate pain and torture on who he knows are his followers for no reason. And for some flimsy reason that, oh, we just can't understand it. That's a cop-out to justify evil.